My name is Michael and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I've pretty much been sick for about a week. I've almost lost my voice, if you can't tell. I debated even making a video, but I think a video with a pretty shitty voice would be better than a video not at all. And I wanted to make a video covering installing this turbo kit and this turbo. So I did just receive my turbo today. This is a AGT 6262. Yeah, this is available on his website. It is a V-band, as you can see. And there is something a little unique about this turbo that's a little differently than what he typically sells. We're actually going to be using a experimental, I guess you can call it an experimental turbine wheel. So this turbine wheel uses a splitter blade design. It's very similar to what Zona uses in their high flow turbine wheels. It's pretty much the same design. And he hasn't used this yet in a full frame 6262, so I'm really curious to see how this does. So this turbo is pretty similar to like a Zona 7864S, which is what I used to have on my Evo 10. The only difference really is, in terms of wheel size, is that has a 64 millimeter turbine wheel, and this is still a 62 millimeter. Sorry, talking is hard. This is still a 62 millimeter turbine wheel. So I'm really hoping that this spools a little bit faster than that turbo. Obviously, I don't think it'll make as much power, but my goals with this car are not nearly as much power as my 10 made. I'm kind of just looking for like the fastest spooling 700 horsepower Evo 9. So that was kind of the goals with this turbo. First thing we want to do with this turbo to install it is to kind of figure out how it needs to be clocked. It looks like it's pretty close already. So this is going to be a bottom mount turbo. So it's going to have the manifold on top, and it's going to sit like this. It seems like the center section and the hot side is probably exactly where we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it mated up to the manifold and just kind of sit it in the car, go from there. Because what I don't know is, I don't know how the compressor side needs to sit yet until we pretty much get in the car and kind of see how the intercooler piping needs to run. So, all right, I have the turbo V-van to the manifold, so now I'm just going to kind of set it in the car and see where everything's at. I want to see how the intercooler piping matches up there. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So the turbo fits in there pretty good. Looking at the compressor outlet, I think I just need to clock it forward a little bit more. You can see there it is. So I really need to get it more in this area. So we'll go ahead and pull it back out, move it forward some. So here's the intercooler piping. Sorry, this is hard to see, but yeah, it looks like we just go forward another inch or so. Probably be good. So to typically clock a turbo, and every turbo is a little bit different, but it looks like on this one I just need to take off this bracket on the compressor side, and I should be able to just twist it back a little bit. And really the same goes for the turbine side, but I don't think I'm gonna need to touch that. I might go ahead and throw the oil feed fitting on there while I'm at it. All right, after some finesse, I think we're in business. Got the intercooler piping, lower intercooler piping on. Well, I'll have it fit. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. So now I'll take it back off, put on the oil line, figure out how the downpipe's gonna work, then we'll do the final install. And then after that, we'll do the manifold, or the wastegates, all the wastegate lines. All right, update. I have the wastegates all on. I have the downpipe on, the dump tubes on. Downpipe was a little pain in the ass, but it is on. So, you can see here's the dump tubes, some party pipes. But I think I'm at the point where I'm gonna go ahead and start the car, check my fluids first, obviously. Make sure there's no leaks before I run the vacuum lines. You can see here's the feed. The feed is mostly what I'm worried about when it comes to leaks. All right. All right, I have all the wastegate vacuum lines on. This is a 4-bar map sensor. And from what I understand, when you have 2 gates and a 4-bar, you pretty much just daisy chain the top to this top port, and then daisy chain the bottom to the bottom port, and then the top port on the other side just gets pretty much the compressor feed. So I would like to redo all this in AN fittings eventually, but this will do for now, just to kind of get the car going, and then maybe at some point I'll take it all apart and do AN fittings. All right, she's pretty much ready to go up to Exigent Solutions. I'm gonna drop it off there for about a week. They're gonna swap the cams for me to more aggressive cams, put on the new ejectors, do a couple more maintenance items, and then it's going on the dyno. Hopefully I can get some dyno clips because I won't be there whenever they have it on the dyno. But I should be able to pick it up in a week or two. It's got an exhaust leak right now too, but I'll let them check that out when it's on their lift. Here's, I did like I can't really rip on it, but I did a small clip of me kind of just getting into it a little bit, just kind of hear what the turbo sounds like, so I'll put that clip in the video. But that's it for this video. I would like to make one on my FRS, but weather looks pretty awful for the next week, so I don't know if I'm going to get to. But thanks for watching.